There he is. That's a hoss. There we go. Oh, and hooked up. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 2 of We're Gonna Need a Bigger Cooler. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see y'all after the video for this week's tackle tip. First bass. There we go. Nice bass. On the sparkle beetle. A classic. Hold him up, Ed.
Going after bass.
Big old fat belly. There he is. Blaine, you ought to switch to a jig. Little bass. Little bass. You want him, Ed?
Yeah, Blaine will take a few bass after lunch.
There you go.
Have lunch for a few days.
That's on that avocado color. Same color as the bass, damn near.
What is that?
Matrix shad. Little swim bait. We were out in Lake Bourne. Caught some nice redfish earlier this morning, and the wind shifted. Water started to get dirty, fighting the wind. So Blaine hadn't caught a bass before, so we brought him back here in the marsh. Tide is not moving at all. It's supposed to be incoming the rest of the day. Pretty shallow over here on the right, Blaine. There's a bit of a drop off. I think that was grass, but looks that's a free. Oh man, this water in here is pretty.
You got it.
There he is. That's a trout. That's a healthy trout, boy. That's 14, 15-inch trout. Shoot, he's almost 16.
Almost.
That nice fish right there, Ed.
Oh, right out of my hands and right into the box.
There you go. There he is. There he is.
I suck at this.
Hey, come on, cast on this side, buddy.
I told you how to do it, buddy.
You want it to be on the bottom. All right. Oh, come on, you little bastard. There he is. Got him. He came back for it. He hit it and I jerked it out of his mouth. I must have pulled it 6 or 8 feet away from him. And he came back and smoked it. Nice little marsh bass. A lot of these marsh bass look like something taking a swipe at them. I wonder if that's gators. Boat. That's a red. That's a red for sure. That ain't no bass unless it's a hoss. Good God. He smoked it too. Yep, that's a red. Gulp. I just switched to that gulp. It's a nice red. Probably gonna need the net. Don't go around the trolling motor. He's right under the boat. Oh, that's a nice red. Whew. Hold up, he ain't done yet. Now I'll get him. Aim for the head, there you go.
There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Good size.
Yeah, about 23, 24 incher. Oh, I gotta keep us all that grass flat. Oh, I know. 20, 22. You wanna keep him?
Yeah. He ain't got a limit yet.
You're right. Oh, yeah. We about to limit out the cooler. I have to get me a. I said it the last time we were out. I'm gonna have to get a bigger cooler, man. There's a big red right here. He's. Oh, never mind. That's a gar. I just saw a big one floating through the water. I was like, oh, I'm about to sight cast this fool. Nope, not a red. Oh, he spit it. No. Oh, he spit it. That was another red for sure. 100% a red. I'll flip him. Oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. Straighten us out before I get us. Nah, I think he's gonna be about 15 inches or so. Open that mouth, there we go.
That's the size.
That's the best eating size. Oh, oh, oh.
Almost 16. Right at 16.
I'm putting him back. He's too damn close.
Right here's the boat.
Nice chunky bass. Good eating size.
Look how barely.
I know that redfish was barely in the edge of his mouth. The crazy part is we just passed over this spot a few minutes ago and didn't get a damn bite. There it is. Got it. Got it.
What that was.
So, that thing came out of there with some velocity, boy. That thing came flying out of there.
I didn't even see it. I just heard it.
Thing almost broke the sound barrier. Nope, red. Another one. They don't feel very big, unless it's a monster bass, but he ain't come up yet. He's running at the boat. Right underneath the trolling motor. That's a red, for sure. He came off. What the hell?
Is that bent hook?
No, hell no, that's a new hook. There he is. Blaine finally got him one. Easy on the drag, easy on the drag. He ain't got nowhere to go in here. That's a nice one. Oh, that's a catfish.
Is it?
That's a big old catfish, boy.
Is it?
Lord, that's a big catfish.
It's big, whatever it is.
That's a catfish. That's a big freshwater cat. I just caught a glimpse of his tail. No, that silver split tail anywhere. I thought that was a big red at first. Yep, that's a big old cat. Oh, that's a big one. Will you see this thing, Ed?
I ain't seen it yet, because I thought it was a red when it splashed the first time.
Look at that.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's a hoss. I'm sure I'm recording. Yep.
That's too ready for a week, Brian.
That's a whole seafood dinner right there. This is where everybody loses them, man. Just keep on going. He'll give up.
Gonna let out some more?
No, nope. Just keep doing what you're doing. He gonna wear out in a second. That's a big fish, and you on light tackle.
Yeah, I can reel him in some more.
Dog, holy crap!
That's a big catfish.
That's a big catfish.
Oh my gosh.
That's a big old. That's a
fat one there,
that thing is chunky. I don't know if he gonna fit the damn cooler.
That is a catfish right there.
That's a damn catfish, boy.
Good Lord.
That's a big old catfish.
Hell yeah, son.
That's a fat one. Good God.
Red and a big.
Blaine is just wearing him out on that purple. Oh, you can flip him. He'll be all right.
Hurry up.
There you go. Well, guess who's switching to the purple? There we go. Oh, Ed hooked up. Hey, drop that anchor back down.
Another trout.
Another trout.
I'm using the sparkler.
Purple Hornet, here we come. The purple's putting in work. You can see the current running around this bend up here. Hook sets are free, baby. It's gonna be my catchphrase. Hook sets are free.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Yee. Son of a. Yeah, I'm at 8% battery. Let's see if we can catch one more fish on this battery. There he is. Oh, that's a red. That's another red. My camera's gonna die too. Watch before I get him in. That's a red for sure. Yep, that's a red. That's a nice one too. I don't know if he's gonna fit in the cooler, buddy. Come on.
I was trying to get his head and he flipped.
Jeez, dude. We've been whacking the redfish.
Another good size.
Yeah, it is. On that purple.
On the purple.
On the purple. Look at the blue and the tail on that thing.
He ain't moving just yet.
Look at that. Ain't that a pretty fish? Good God, that thing's gorgeous.
He lay right on top. Put his head right there.
Dog.
Yeah, just like that.
Nope.
Oh.
He said nope. All right, I guess I got to change my battery now because I was surprised the battery lasted for that fish. We're going to pull up that anchor and move. And dropped it right back down. Look, if we pull it up, we're going to start catching fish again, I promise you.
That's how it seemed to be working.
That's how it always works, man. If you're distracted, they're going to hit it. Oh, I missed him. Oh, I missed him. Please tell me you just caught something right after we... Are you kidding me?
I ain't even got out the water.
That's another trout. I don't know if he's a keeper. He looks a little small, but no, he might keep. All right, guys, look. Make sure this thing's on. Look, when you come back in the marsh, that's what you're looking for. You see water rolling around that bend. This is that bend I was showing y'all from back there. You can see the water churning up in here. We about to spot lock right behind this point. Pick this bend apart. Red? Yeah. On that sparkle beetle again, huh?
Yep. Sparkle beetle's wearing them out.
That's a big red. That might be one of the bigger ones of the day.
He does not want to turn up.
He's a big boy.
Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ready, bud?
You finally figured out how to scoop them from the head.
That's it.
That only took the entire day.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a hoss right there. That's a big, thick boy.
2 C's. That might be a 3-seer.
Call them marsh pumpkins. You see how orange those fins are?
Oh, that's a beauty.
Certified marsh pumpkin.
Woo.
Oh my God, I just got smoked again. I just got hit again. Oh, oh, oh. Trout,
There's more.
trout.
Look at that.
Woo. Went a little high on the flip, didn't I?
Right into the GoPro.
Be all right.
All right. Hold on, you about to have another fish in there. Yeah, put that down. Throw it in there. Hey.
So for this week's tackle tip, I'm not going to talk about tackle. I'm actually going to talk about what you're looking for when you go into the marsh, or really any body of water looking for fish. There's a couple of things that need to be there in order for me to want to fish there. If I don't see at least a couple of these things, there's no point in me staying in that area. The guys at Salt Strong, if y'all haven't looked them up, you need to look them up. The guys at Salt Strong came up with this, or at least I believe they came up with it, where it's the 90-10 rule. 90% of the water is worth 10% of your time. 10% of the water is worth 90% of your time. So basically, there's a couple of things that you want to look for in order to rule out that 90% of water and focus on that 10% of water. And once again, guys, I didn't come up with this. This is just something I learned from other people. I have to give credit for Salt Strong. These are the guys I heard it from, but it's made me a better fisherman. There's 4 things you really need to look for, okay? That's moving water, clean water, presence of bait, and some sort of structure, all right? So when I say clean water, I mean if you pull up into the back of a bay and it looks like Ovaltine, leave. Don't even bother with it. Even if you see structure, even if you see moving water, just don't bother with it, especially if you're targeting trout. Redfish are less picky. Trout are very picky about the type of water they want to be in. So the second thing is moving water. And as you saw in the second half of this video, I showed you what good moving water looks like in the marsh. You can see the water is boiling, it's churned up, it's not slick, calm. You can watch the grass getting pushed through it. That's what you want to see. If you see that, you need to slow down and fish that, at least for a few minutes, okay? The third thing is presence of bait. In this bend, I don't know if you could see it on the video, but in this area that we were fishing, you could see bait everywhere. You could see bait getting blown up everywhere. There was stuff hitting it on top water. You could see bait scattering all over the place. So if you see that type of stuff, you definitely want to slow down and fish. Now, presence of bait doesn't mean there's feeding fish. We pulled into one bayou earlier that I didn't include in the video where there was mullet absolutely everywhere, but they weren't nervous, they weren't schooled up, they weren't sticking close to the surface, they weren't scattering, they were just doing their own thing, which tells me there's not many, if any, predator fish in the area. So we didn't spend long fishing there. And the last thing is structure. Now, structure, all right, so I said structure to simplify it, but there's actually 2 things. There's structure and then there's cover. Structure is a feature like a point or a cove. or it could be just a deeper channel, a deep turn in a bayou. All of this is structure. Cover is something the fish can hide in, around, behind, whatever. It could be dock pilings, it could be rock piles, jetties, grass. So when you're fishing a new area, you always want to be on the lookout for structure or cover. So you pull into a lake that you've never been in before. You don't go to the first open shoreline with absolutely no points, no coves, straight shoreline, no drop off. The fish aren't going to be holding there. If there are, there's not many fish. You're looking for things that break it up. You want to find a little island that's near some deeper water, a little marsh island. You want to find a point sticking out, especially one that's near current. Other things you can look for using your electronics: you can look for drop-offs and ledges. You can look for grass beds. You can look for shell bottoms. I don't have time to teach y'all what all that looks like on a graph, but there are plenty of videos on YouTube that show you exactly how to pick out this cover and structure on your electronics. And once you've seen it a couple of times, it's pretty easy to figure it out, but it's very easy to miss, especially if you're not familiar with your electronics. So when I'm fishing a new area, if I see one of those things, I'm probably not going to stop and fish. I might go over there and see if I can find another one of those 4 things I talked about that makes me want to fish, but I'm not going to drop a line unless I see at least 2. I need clean water and structure. I need moving water and bait. I need something. All right, if I see 3 things, I am definitely fishing there. If I see 4 things, I might spend a little extra time there just to make sure I've worked everywhere thoroughly in case they're holding a little bit different. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is actually how fish hold to this type of stuff. It changes. These fish, just because I went and caught fish in this one bend on an incoming tide this weekend, doesn't mean if I go back tomorrow, they're going to be in the same spot at the same time. You have to figure it out. You have to be able to read this stuff on the fly. And that's what I talked about in the previous video, is changing your game plan. Don't be afraid to vary what you're doing if what you're doing is not getting results. So that's all for this week's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next episode of Salty Bottom Outdoors.